in the land of digital gold. TA with TI Joey Bold. Charts light up as we unfold. Trust the signals, watch it grow. Technical analysis with trade intuition. Every move like a seasoned magician. Crypto life, no intermission. Piper Academy, never the mission.
All right, guys. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. Of course, this orange stuff right here, this is my cat. His name is Little One. He decided he wanted to be a star today, so he is now on a YouTube. So you might see him pop up from time to time due to the green screen area. I just got back, guys. I just got back, and I was in Snoozeville, and it was great. It was Tony the Tiger waking up, and it's like, man, I feel very, very, very refreshed. I wonder what time. No. So do apologize for being late. I do thank you, though, for being here. Greatly appreciate you guys very much. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, issues, definitely let me know. And then, of course, we can go ahead and address that for you. Now, we're looking at these coins, and on the daily, it doesn't look so hot. It doesn't look so hot. It was not too good due to Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Right now, the coins are still following Bitcoin. However, pretty soon, they're not. And it's very, very, we'll just put it this way. There's going to be a point where we're going to see this, and we're going to see 30%. Oh, man, only 30%. Because pretty soon it's going to be 40, 80% daily. And then some. And then some. So here, Joe, getting on the road, listening. Hey, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you very much for being here. Always appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see here. We got Robert. Hey, Robert, what's going on, man? What is going on? Yeah, guys. So I should have been here about an hour ago, but like I said, I just got back. And let's go. Let's go. Darren does things. What's up, Darren? What's going on? All right, so let's go and get started. That is the daily. This is the hour. The hour's looking good. You know, we have some coins that are going up. We have Ondo. We have Hype. We have a few others. Let's see what the market is telling us. So here, let's go over here to this. All right. What was our thought process here? Oh, yeah. So in this one, we're basically saying, I mean, it's either or. It's either going to, we need it to break above this level. If it does, then, of course, for it to bounce and then continue up. But if not, I mean, if it loses this level, then it's going to continue coming down. So let's go ahead and get rid of these, and let's do a little bit more of a, besides an up and down scenario. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame, and let's kind of see what's going on. I know it's good. For me personally, the thing that's going on is just Wreck City. Wreck City. So, of course, here, it broke the 9 SMA. I don't want to short. I mentioned this prior, but I don't want to short in a very bullish market to where we're right at all-time highs. Could it come down? Yes. Could you go short and then, of course, brag about it later? Sure. In my opinion, sure, go short, but it's very, very high risk. Because, again, you have all the FOMO. You have, all-time high area. You have possibly the market makers thinking, oh, well, more than likely people are going to short because we're at all-time high. Let me bring it down a little bit so that I could just, make it go up and just fire, just crazy high, and then just liquidate everybody. That's what I'm thinking as far as for reasons I don't want to short right now. But everybody who's shorting, I guarantee it on, YouTube and everything else. Matter of fact, I gotta unsubscribe to one dude. Like, it's okay to be right and to be like, hey guys, this is what I was thinking and I'm right. or I was right. And then there's another thing where it's like just constantly in your face. You didn't do this. You didn't do this. And this is, to me, this is a joke. This is a joke. So let's do a long position. He'll do a setup like this. And this is, good risk to reward ratio. And then he'll do a setup like this. He'll do something like this. And then, of course, he'll leave this setup here. And let's say the price does this number. It goes like this. Well, he doesn't talk about this one. Well, because of this happened. Does this. And then he'll brag to everybody, his group and everything. Well, this one didn't play out, so he doesn't talk about that. But he'll brag to everybody. And he'll say, hey, guys, we were calling for right here, but it happened to be right here. And now you just got to do this. And, we're in the money. Anybody can do that. Literally anybody can do that. So I don't know. I gotta, the only thing is like his group isn't inexpensive. So I don't know. I might keep it. But I don't know. What I want is I want to know, okay, up or down. That's what I want to know. Well, for that, like we literally have to wait. We have to wait because right now, it came up here, did this number. So if I was going to do a call out for a short, and I wouldn't do call outs for shorts, and if I did, it'd be like a really quick swap or trade. Is this right here? Is the break of this level. And then, of course, it'd be on a lower time frame. And it's funny, like this guy, like he'll do like a 3-minute time frame, a 1-minute time frame, a 5-minute time frame, a 7-minute time frame. It's like whatever makes his different calls good. And I don't know. Don't like him. I mean, I like him. He's cool and everything. But just sometimes his tweets like just get on my nerves. It really does. It's more of those very boastful people. That's what it is for me. Like it's cool, like you're right. Oh, great, man. But you didn't believe me. You didn't think of this. And like, dude, like you've been calling shorts all this time and it went up. Really? I don't hear you boasting, But then when they get something right, I don't know, just rubs me the wrong way. Let's see here. So for this one, like right here, it's man, it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, because right now we're kind of in this box right here. Make it easier. I mean, like we'd have to wait. We'd have to wait for it to do this number. This is the level I'm looking at for the long. For a short, I hate doing shorts, man. Right now, I hate it. Let's see here. Darren says nothing wrong with being wrong and learn from it. True, 100%. Let's see here. Let's see what do y'all talk about. Let's see here. Darren says, dude, like that we are clowns, Joe. Let's see, dude, like we were clowns, though. They always want to be right. I'm happy to say that I was wrong. Yeah. And that's what I do too. Like, and that's one of the things that I really loved about Alex O. Like the very first time I saw him, he lost a trade and he says, all right, well, we lost a trade. I mean, didn't give excuses, didn't do any of that stuff. And the type of people that are like very boastful and everything like that, I mean, they're never wrong. They're never wrong. And so I'm like I said, I mean, I keep on telling that story until the day I die. That like you get mad respect for me if you do something. Hey, it's my fault, or for whatever. Hey, but yeah. But let's see here. I'm going down the list. Now as far as a short goes, man, if I wanted to short, I wouldn't, and I could lose. Not lose, but miss out on potential huge gains. If this happens, price action, comes down here. I mean, because right now it looks beautiful for a short. Like if we weren't in this area, all-time high, I'd short the heck out of this. You know, I'd enter a short right now. More than likely come down, get support here, bounce up to around here. This is where I'm looking for it to come down here. I would add to my short here. I would enter a short here, add to my short here, a third each time, just in case. Comes into this area, looking at this for a bounce to come up, and then more than likely bounce somewhere in this general area, whether it's from the previous all-time levels or from this current box. This is where I'm looking, and then once it crosses this, I would add to it. So now I'm in 100% for my short. And by scaling into the trade, it's kind of like insurance. If it goes the wrong way, you weren't in it all of it. But if it does go the right way, then great. At least you got some of the pie. So here, yeah, definitely. Yeah, dude's an absolute beast, man. Very smart and young too. Very smart. And then this is the reason for my short is because we have all of this up. And then you have all of this up too. And then you have a little bit of support resistance. I mean, but it's just tiny. So I would also include all of this. Like all of this is just screaming to get tapped. All of it. So, I mean, the price could easily come down pretty fast. I mean, there's really nothing for it to bounce off of here. And then maybe, getting this anchored VWAP. I still haven't looked at those videos, man. I haven't, just on my group. Of course, I have my own Telegram group, and it's lots of research, man. Right? I need to put that in the background. It's just like when I'm reading stuff, I need to concentrate. And little one's a star. You know, see little one? Little one's a star. He is a YouTube sensation. And then let's see here. I mean, it could come all the way down here too. And look how low this is. 68, 69, 75. If this does happen, I want this just to happen. Just hurry up already. I mean, I'm like a kid at in the candy store, waiting for it to open. Like, come on! Like, I've been waiting all this time already. Let's go. But we need. I want this to happen within the next 10 days. So 10 days. Hurry up! What's 10 days from now? Let's go to this. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So by Monday the 6th. And inauguration is January 20th. So that sounds about right, because I'm thinking that the market's going to go ahead and start coming up like a week before January 20th. So this will put us right in aligns with the stars. So December 6th is what I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Bingo, bango. Bingo and bango. This is when, what was my idea for this again? This is when it needs to go. Dump City, December 6th is when we turn it around and we go the other way. If I had $1, I'd put $1 on it. Not encourage anybody to do anything that is anything of that nature. All right, here we go. Oh, and if y'all want charts, let me know. Of course, this is what I do. I do Bitcoin first for the first few minutes, and then after that, we do charts. And then from there, we go and we watch the other shows on the Piper Academy Network. All right. Oh, yeah. Did I even introduce myself? I don't even know if I did. Everybody who's here, I greatly appreciate you. You already know who I am, but my name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition. Of course, is username here? I didn't even see that. I was actually looking for username, and that was the reason I was late, even though I told you I was in Snoozeville. That was the reason I was late. I was actually looking for username. And let's see here, going down the list. Okay. Trent says, is your showtime change just today or ongoing? Oh, it was just today. I was actually, I took a little vacation. I don't want to say a vacation, but I visited Snoozeville, and man, it was the best place ever. Ooh, man. And it's funny too. My sleep schedule is not a schedule really. And I was up all night doing a bunch of research for the group and making videos for the group and everything for my Telegram group. And then, I was having a rough time on my show. And I was actually falling asleep at the desk. I was like, man, let me just take a real quick hour-and-a-half nap. I put 10 alarms on, full blast, everything, did not hear even one. And then, of course, I wake up, it's like, man, I feel refreshed. Feels great. I look, it's like, oh, no. I didn't even hear one. Yeah. See here. Darren Does Things says, I'm hoping to do some volume profile video tomorrow. Dude, I gotta check it out, man. I really do. Now dump it to 0. Yes, let's go. So here. Yeah, no, I was just a little late today. By an hour. Uh-oh. See here. Oh, man, you're right. Look at that. Still asleep. You're right. January 6th. So let's do that. So let's do this right here. Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. This one. The pictures got me confused. So January, let's do it like this. Let's do it even better. January 6th. Let's go. This is what I'm looking at. Get out of here, sleepyhead. This is what we're looking for right here. January 6th. So in about 10 days from now, we're looking for it to bounce up. January 2025, let's go. 2025 is going to be the year we make so much money. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see here. French Dozer says, AKA Tracer Joe. Yes. So Trade Intuition, TI Joe, or TI, Trade Intuition, Tracer Joe, and appreciate you guys greatly. See, Trent says, if you had time, Sheeb, Zeus, and Stock RKB, yeah, let's knock those out. Yeah, because all I do is I literally stall. Literally. So let's go YouTube and let's knock these out. Well, let's knock them out. See here, Richard Mike says, oh, so Santa did actually get me some gifts. I didn't think he was, but he actually did. And it should be here pretty soon. Oh, this is my indicator. Y'all want more information? Make sure to check out my channel. Blah, blah, blah. I really don't want to talk about my indicator here. Let's see here. Sheeb. Just out of respect, Even though Mr. Piper says, Joe, you can do that. No thanks. Let's see here. Let's go Mexi Chiba. Oh, nope. Still got to wait for a 4-hour candle to close above zeros, all the zeros, 23.81. Until then, we don't enter because, it could continue coming down. Now, what we want to do is we want to see this on a 4-hour time frame. More than likely, it's going to come down here to this. This is a really nice area for if it breaks this level. So if it breaks this level, pretty good chance we're going to come down here. If you want to, you could potentially short it to this area. The only thing is, we don't know if it's going to stop here and go up, or stop here and go up, or stop here. Like, we don't know. So for me personally, I would just wait to see when it goes up. And what I'm looking for is, of course, for it to come down, up, down, and then breaking this newly created high. That's what I'm looking for. Could it do it here? Sure. But since it's really close to this level of resistance, you could enter right now and you would be a genius, man. You'd be a genius. I caught the bottom, the absolute bottom. Perfect. Good for you. Me? I'd rather play it safe. Well, let's see here. If I did enter here, my stop loss would be about 5%. This is if I'm going to do like just a trade. I'm not holding it long term or nothing. Higher risk, just because it could continue coming down. Bitcoin comes down. This one's going to come down with it too. 5%. Sure, why not? I can risk 5%. So this is more of a higher risk play. So this is the safer play. 4-hour time frame has to close above this number. We get alerted here. A higher risk play is entering right now. So let's do a lower entry. Let's change the text to say high risk entry. May continue. You're gonna just put that. So it's less words. May continue lower. It's only 5%. Oh yeah, today's date is December. What are we? 26. December 26. Yep. So I do it here. Put a stop loss here. And just for the giggles, see what happens. And stop loss. And then hopefully it comes up here, creating a double bottom and then going up. In my opinion, though, we're so close just to come down here, just to tap this really quick and then go up. But we're risking 5% to see if we can catch the bottom and be the wisest people the wisest person in trading. And if not, I do accept that. See here, Trent says, normally we have TA 101 this time with Piper. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So that is my my thought process on Chiba. If you want to, you could enter now. It's higher risk. But if it goes up, then you're smart because, well, you caught the absolute bottom. If it goes down and you get stopped out, well, we have our safer thing up here. Catch a falling knife. All right, moving on. The next one was Zeus. I think that's what it was. There we go. So the next one is Z. How do I spell that? ZEUS. USDT. Mexi. See here, if you had $100 at each level, put 33. Yep. Yes, indeed. What about setting some traps, limit orders at each level, and see if it does a pump? Yeah. So what I do is I actually, like right now, each market has segments. So the bull market has segments, the bear market has segments. Right now we're in the beginning, or for the bull market, the bull run, actually that's its own segment. But for the bull run, we have the beginning portion, which we're in right now. So this is the only time, in my opinion, that is the easiest time to enter trades, have lower entries, 30% lower or so, 20%, 30%, whatever you want to do, or even just scaling in there. And right now, and we've seen it too, just recently, matter of fact, where the price just came down and it hit our lower entries. And now, of course, our average entry went from here to here. And you can only do this in a certain portion of the segment of the markets. Right now is the best time. Enter trades. Like, it doesn't even matter. In my opinion, it doesn't even matter. I don't care what pattern you have. I don't care what divergence you have. I don't care anything. Enter. Not financial advice. And then, of course, have a lower entry so that if it comes down, your lower entry hits, you're golden. If it doesn't and it starts going up, well, then you just, and pretty much that's what I was talking about on my stream at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just having that thought process. And you'll be surprised in this first segment of the bull run, you're going to see minimum 5 to 8 times of the price coming back down to about 30% during that time. During these next 3 to 4 months, you'll see that strong pullback. So if y'all missed my show earlier today, it's a definite watch. If you do not want to round trip your tokens. What do I mean by that? You get the tokens, you make a whole bunch of money, but you're holding on to it because it's coming down, but it should go back up. Everyone's saying it's extended cycle. You hold on to it, and then finally you sell it at a much lower price. The indicator that I have, it'll show you. But you watch my show today. It's going to prevent you from round tripping your money. You're going to make more money. Give you a heads up. What's the name of my channel? It is Trade Intuition. Trade Intuition. If there's an admin in here, if you can throw that up there, that'd be great. Hey, we got Crypto Badell in the house. What's up, my man? What is up? Let's see here. We got one more before we do that next one. What was the other one? It was, and I wish there was a way I could flag these. I have it. It's here we go. So when I click on it, it turns a different color. But I wish there was like a way I could flag it so I can go back to it. Let's do a stock called RKIB. Stocks, they freak me out because of the gaps that they do. Let's go all. RKLB. Let's do an LB. NASDAQ, Rocket Lab. Oh, let's go. These things freak me out. Like these bars right here. It's a nice chart though. Nice candles. So I like it. This freaks me out. I know, it just freaks me out. All right. So it's a newer coin or newer stock, at least from what I can see here. Back in November 2024, it started. It's doing great. Had a really nice run up. We did have a pullback. Let's see how deep that pullback was. It was barely anything. So let's go from the very bottom to the very top. We did have a pullback to 0.5. So retrace 50% of the move up. And then just nothing but support right here, right at this level. This is an extremely strong support right at 22.48. Very strong. Then it broke this level of its most recent high, coming up here, creating a higher high, which is great. Then pulling back just due to the massive pump right here, straight up. So people taking profit. All this liquidity was created. The market makers took this very, very easily, which was good, which led to this next pump. Now on this next pump, what we do is we do the same thing. Like, so for here, let me go ahead and just do it like this. Let's get some levels really quick. So let's do Alt J, Alt J, Alt J, Alt J. These are just some of our levels, and then that's all. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get this, and we're going to snap it in place. Make sure our magnet tool is on, and we're going to snap it in place to this. Now this is not official. This is not correct. This is saying that if we had a pivot here, then we could look for a potential retracement to around 25.47. Now, if the price action keeps going up, this has to move with it. It'll move with it and move with it and move with it. Let's say it goes up to here, and then finally it does a pullback. Well, then now this is an official pivot. And then now we're looking for it to pull back to maybe around 26. So on this pullback, normally I'm used to seeing 38% pullback. This one went perfect to 0.5. And that's why, since it did it once, who's to say that it won't do it again? So 0.25, or the 50% mark, we're looking around 26.50 for it to pull back if it continues upwards. If it stays where it's at, then we can say a pullback would be reasonable right on 25.45. This looks really good. I'm not into stocks, but if I was doing a stock trade, this would be it. Now, for my personal stock trade, if I was doing this, I wouldn't want to enter right now just because it already ran up. Now, it could continue running up like we saw here. I would really want to wait for it to retrace. And I'm thinking it's going to come down to around this level. So I would actually have a lower entry at 25.89. And then I would have an even lower one just in case it went crazy, crazy low. What's the price range difference? To me, that's what's very important. So 9%. In the crypto world, it's like, 9% is nothing. But we're looking at 9% for our lower entry. And then an even lower one around 16, 17%. I seriously doubt this one will hit. I'm pretty sure this one will hit. Would I enter right now, man? It's just too big of a move. Too big of a move too soon. It wasn't gradual to where it came up, down, higher high, higher low, then kind of retraced a little bit. It wasn't that type of move. It was just straight up. Could this do another 20, 30% straight up? Sure could. Higher risk entering. All of it comes down to risk management. I love this one though. This one's a spot on one. Like, I don't know how you found this one, but to me, in my opinion, just based off of the price action, very strong, extremely strong. I'm loving the angles. And this was, I don't do patterns, but I mean, y'all look at this. For this one, I'm going to have to do it like this. It's not the best pattern. I would like to have it touched here, but this is where I get more touches. So we have this kind of like a pennant type scenario. Of course, if we use this as the flag, the pole, where target's way up here. I like this one a lot. I really do. Nice work showing this one to us. I could have lower bids. All right, moving on. That's really nice. Let's see here. Let me change this up a little bit. Oh, so let me change this. So the height, let's do 230. Okay. So for anybody who's blind out there can see it. See, Ondo, it's pulling back, and there's a bit of a bigger unlock in January from original investors, maybe around 8% of total coins, I've heard. Okay. So what does this mean? This means that more than likely, Ondo, the price we might see a discount on Ondo. Might. Now we don't know, because at that time, January 8th or January, whatever day it's going to be, we might see the market just going up. going up and going up. So when we do get the token unlocks, you might see it go down 3%, 4%. But because the market is so bullish, they don't care. It's like, oh, it's coming down, retrace, whatever. Let me just get some more. And then it continues going up. Now, if we're in something like this and the tokens get unlocked, you better believe it's going to cause it to drop another 8, maybe 12, 15%, because there's going to be more people that are selling off their tokens. This one looks so good. Get out of here, 21 drawings. It's actually coming into our liquidity zone. It's on the daily time frame. This is our area of possible entry as far as, waiting for it to bounce. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. Beautiful. And this is what we saw earlier on that other coin, Shiba, I think it was Shiba, where we had this. Price action finally came into it, came up, came back in, got this, and then the rest of this, and now it's trying to get this. I like this. The safer entry, of course, is the break of this level. That's a safer entry. So for this one, what I would do is I would actually set an alert about here. So let's do an alert. Set alert. And I'm actually going to set an alert for this. So let's go to alerts, and then I'll just put a question mark. And how far away is this? Is that 8% or is this 18%? Well, let's find out. 22%. 22% away from here. Now, could you enter here? Sure, you could. If you enter, 10%. It's too risky for me. Again, could you be a hero and, get this and then say, I caught the bottom? I'm a genius? Yeah, sure, why not? Just too much risk. Now, if this is going to be a longer term hold and not a trade, because again, you have to change your mindset. If it's going to be a longer term hold and not a trade, what you could do, sure, enter now. Beautiful. I mean, look at this huge discount you're getting. You enter now. You have a lower entry, not at 12%. Get out of here, baby. It's a little baby price. Let's go 30%. You put a lower entry right here. Could we do even a lower one? Sure. You can go as low as you want. Do I think it's going to go 50%? Seriously doubt it. But it doesn't hurt to have a lower entry here, just in case that for whatever reason we get some kind of flash crash and it comes all the way down here and then it wicks to do this part right here. We just lowered our entry so much and we're at a much greater average entry. Do I think this one hit? Nope. This one, maybe. But that's what I would do. If this was a longer term hold to where you're going to hold it for this first part of this bull run, I'd enter now. Just in case it goes up and never comes back down to this level, at least you're in it. And of course, you can add to it once it does. Pretty much this number comes up, comes down, comes up, breaks the level, then you enter. So that's my thought process. It just depends on are you trying to do this as a trade, as an investment, short term, Let's see here. Thank you, Alexandra G. Look at that. She's driving or she's doing whatever and she's putting it out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Going down the list. Dave P, starting a diet. I just need to start moving. Because I'm literally sitting down all day, but that's going to change. I finally did it. They had a special on Black Friday and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend that much money. Then they had a special on Cyber Monday and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend that money. Then they have a special today or yesterday where it was 3 days left. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I saw a pop-up, only 15 of these items left. Order now, hurry. I was like, oh, okay. I don't like spending money. I'd rather spend that money on crypto, See here, patterns, the best. What was that, a gator or something? I don't know what kind of pattern that is. The best patterns. Is that a monkey? Can't see it. See here, going down the list, going down the list. Definitely, man. Little one. Little one's a start today. See little one? See little one? He wanted to be YouTube famous. He wanted to be YouTube famous. David says, what you just said, Joe, is how I trade. Start those trades small and build them up. Yeah. Just start it. Yeah. And that's a big thing too. Because there's so many times, man, I remember a long time ago, there was so many times where I was like, oh man, it's going to come down. I have bearish divergence or this type of pattern or whatever. Like I'm going to get it down here. I'm going to get it at a better price. And then sometimes it would come down to my area and then go up and I'd miss it. And oh, it's okay. It's going to come down. And I would just miss it 30, 40, 50%. It's like, man, what was I doing? Just get in. And this is scaling into the trade. GCA, just get in. Get in. If it blows up, hey, at least you're part of it. Add on the retraces. So same thing here. And if get in, and if it comes down, even better. So it's literally a win-win. Literally a win-win. And then once you're in profit, if you want, now you can start putting a stop loss. But it's very important. Only depending on what segment you're in the market. You can only do it then. All right. Let's see here. If no one else, so I'm not sure if you were talking before, don't see it. See here, if no one else, how about Arrow? I love Aerodrome Finance and another stock. Yeah, definitely. So let's do that one. So Arrow, I absolutely love Arrow. In my opinion, there is no wrong time to get into Arrow. In my opinion, right now, it looks perfect. I would get into Arrow right now. Granted, if it had, this looks different. Why does this look different? Is all the chart not loading up? Did I click on the wrong one? Let's try it again. AERO USD T. Maybe because I always chart on, no, I chart on MACD. Maybe because I chart on this one. There's more chart. That looks better. So let's change this up. Aerodrome, Arrow, can't spell nothing. Arrow USDT. Let's do this on KuCoin because I do want all the price action. So the stock GJT, that one sounds very familiar. So let's go ahead and look at this. For Arrow, looks very nice. Had a huge dump. This is like every trader's dream because you're getting it at a lower price. Huge dump. Came up, found support right in this area, right on this actually. So found support. So here. So this is actually a zone. Let's do this in white. So this is our zone. Let's go and make it a fancy one with a box. Let's do a box. So this is my zone of better bounce. And if it doesn't, well, then that's fine. So right here, I'm looking for a bounce. Now, if it doesn't do that, I'm looking for about a 25% retracement before it potentially goes up. And once again, right now is the only time you can do this, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but right now, oof, man, I would be so happy if I can get this price 50% less at 0.766. I'll be so happy when I bounce right off of this area. In my opinion, I mean, this looks great. This is for an area for it to bounce. It bounced once. We're looking for possibly a higher low. And it looks like it's maybe starting. We have this really nice order block. Well, no. To me, this would just be an area of interest. You know, we had it coming down and then it started coming up. This one too. I like it. I like it a lot. I would have liked to have seen this lower and this one higher to give me more confidence. I would like to have seen this huge dump. So let's go and try that again. One more time. I would like to have seen this huge dump. It come up, down, bounce off of here, and then come up higher to come down. So this is completely different than this. This is still showing possible weakness, and it could do this. And then now what is it going to do? Is it going to do another lower high, or possibly even come down and now start doing a lower low to get more of this? This right here is completely different from this. This is showing strength. Came down, came up, came down, bounced, came up, broke out of this level, came down, doing a nice retracement, 50%, and then now starting this little bit right here of a possible coming up. So again, these two, even though they look very similar, completely different. I like it though. I enter now, have lower bids there. But if I was looking at this for a trade, like just a regular spot up trade, is that a word? It would have to break this zone. And then I would have to have my alerts above this level. So let's do an alert. And this is just a trade, just trying to get some money, just a trade. No investment, just a trade. This will be white. And for this, the 4-hour candle must close above this level. 4-hour candle. So the 4-hour candle must close above 1.691 with our alert at 1.736. This is a safer entry. The price difference between this level and this, 12% and 10% for this. So very small. That's what I'll do. Okay. Moving on. So we've got about 10 more minutes, guys. We've got about 10 more minutes. The next one is DJT. This is a stock. So DJT. Oh, this is a Donald Trump one. Yeah. I remember y'all gave this one out a long time ago. And man, it went to the moon. I think it was down here when we were talking about it. And because it had dumped a whole bunch. And that bad boy just went. So let's just say from here to here. Yeah, over 150%, 160%. So, of course, it did its run up, had its retrace. Beautiful retrace, by the way. So from low to high. And I was looking at this one like every day after it was given. And I was just, up 80%, up, 40%. So here we had the nice run up. We had the pullback right into the golden pocket, coming up to the 382, getting rejected off of the 382, but coming back down to the 0.5. Looks like we have a possible bottom, not a bottom, a possible, what am I trying to do? Lock it. A possible double bottom. If you went to a lower time frame, you can see this one is a bottom. This one's a bottom. Looks great. We have more, just green, green, green. And the closer that we get to January 20th, the inauguration, I believe this may continue to go up, have a sell-off, probably the day of, just because everybody's been buying sooner. And then everybody's trying to buy the day of, which would make, you can only buy from someone who's selling, and a lot of sellers will come out and play. I like this one a whole bunch. If I was looking at this one for an entry, if I got lucky, I don't know if I will, but if I got lucky, this would be my buy zone. And the zone, I'm looking at it between this level and this level. It's looking really strong. Came up, bounced here, come up, got rejected, coming back down. I think we're either going to break this level of the 382, either this next time coming up to it, or the very next. Something would have to happen to where some kind of like world news, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, for this to come down to our buy zone. Because right now we're getting into January. We're getting closer and closer to it. Maybe some more news about drones. I don't know. No, son. See here, Baba says, way to go, Joe. Just do it. Yeah, just do it. Dinosaur, that's what it is. Retro Mike Tech, thank you, man. Dinosaur patterns are the best. Yes. I was like, what is that? Is that a crab? That's funny. See here, David says, a Forex friend of mine. I don't know why it shows up like that. I think because of the length of the message. I think that's why it shows up like that. I was just wondering about that. A Forex friend of mine had a boss that when they first started, would start a losing trade, wait 15 minutes, and then give them the bad news and tell them to work it and make it work and be profitable. So here, it's not about the perfect entry. You can learn to make it work. Yeah. And so that's the thing too, like as far as like doing your entries, let's say we entered here and we put in $100. And the price comes down. And we don't, well, let's say we do a lower entry too. So we hit our lower entry, but here we have an entry of $200. So what we did was, here is our entry. And even though it came down, our average entry used to be here. And then if we would have done $100, it would have been about halfway. But since we put more, it's a little bit lower for our average entry. And let's say it keeps on coming down. Now, granted, you could keep on adding and adding and adding. You might eventually run out of money to add to it, and it still comes down. So be very, very careful. There's strategies to everything, but depending on what time or what part of the segment, what part of the market you're in, depends on if it plays out better or not. And then let's say it comes down even further. Like we don't even get lucky, or I wouldn't say lucky, but our skills don't even show up, and it comes down even more. And then now it starts coming up. It's breaking this level. Now, if we had the money, now we put hopefully a little bit more, $500, so that this average entry from way up here maybe comes down in here. So now we're not having to wait as long to get in the positive. So that's my thought process on that. But yeah, I was going to delete all this. Very good. Okay. Let's see here. Hopefully y'all could have seen all that. I forget to turn this thing off. This keeps setting me up for a letdown. Not sure what to do with Floki. Okay, let's look at Floki. Hopefully I'm getting all your coins. I'm not like skipping any. Floki USDT. You say it's letting you down. Why is it letting you down? Because it keeps on coming down? Okay. So right now I had, when was it? I think a month ago. I had 2 people back to back reach out to me. Joe, should I sell? So what do you mean, what should you sell? I'm down a whole bunch. I've been holding it for too long. Should I sell? No, not financial advice. No. I mean, we are so close to the turning, like literally so close to everything being so bright. We're going to need sunglasses. It's going to get crazy. Why would you sell now and take a loss? Why? 50%, 30%, 70%. Hold on just a little bit longer and you're going to see this huge run up. Just hold on. So here, you may be down. Let's say here, maybe we have a stop loss. This looks like an area of it to bounce. If not, personally, what I would do in this case, let's say I'm down 50%. I see that we're at this level. I'm down 50% and I have $500 to enter a trade. Do I want to enter a trade that I can make money on? Or do I want to try to save this trade? Well, it just depends. I'm down 50% on this. Let's say I really, really love this token. What I would do, I'd do 250 right here. Or, I'd get in both trades. I get into the one that could potentially make me money faster. And then this one, total, I would put 250 total more into this coin. That's only if I had a little bit of money in it. If I only had let's say I had $1,000 in this trade and I bought it way up here. I bought it right here. Would 250 make a difference? No. I would just get my $500 and put it into my other trade because this won't make a difference on $1,000 trade. Now, if I had 250, half of my $500, and this was only a $100 trade, and I have $500 now to trade, well, I can get my 250, and then I can put it in right here at this level. So this would actually be 250. 250. You know what this is. I've entered 250 here, and then, see, I have 250 left. So I would actually scale into this trade. So this I would do, let's go ahead and delete this. 125, because all I have is 250 to break up. So 125 at this moment. So it's better than this. So this was my entry, but since I have it here, now this comes down to about here. Really, really good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lower entry right around this level, kind of in this zone. And you can see the zone goes all the way over. But right in this zone, I will put another 125, fulfilling my 250. So my 250 gets taken away. I have my lower entries. And if it does come down even further, then of course this one goes. And then now this moves down just a little bit more. But if I had $1,000 here, would 250 help? No. When you put more in, it helps a lot because it'll reduce that coming down. But yeah, in reference to Floki, I think like this right here was a huge run up. And here's the thing too. I find this so funny. Delete everything. Get out of here, everything. I find this so funny. I've taken a lot of courses. I've spent money on courses. I've spent money on mentors. And with these courses, because they know what happened, they're always using the replay button. Because then they have to, so that way they can show you stuff. In the courses, they show you this. They show you this. And they say, this is a liquidity, this is a good area where the price may come down to. Of course, I'm using different verbiage, so you can't identify who I'm doing or whatever. But because I don't want to speak bad about anybody, except for a few people that deserve it. But I won't say anything here on this channel. If you want that drama, you go to my channel, just out of respect. So for this, we had a huge run up. And of course, other time frames, you'll see fair value gaps, order blocks, et cetera, depending on what you're looking for and how you're looking for it. So this on the videos and courses, and these courses are not cheap. $1,000, $1,500. So what they'll do is they'll say, yeah, we have this area here, et cetera. This is kind of like a magnet. Sometimes they'll refer to it as magnet, sometimes they won't, depending on who you're watching. And then come down to this level, maybe like the 50%, and they'll do all their fib retracements and everything else. Make it look real official. And then, of course, come up. And then, of course, they do the play button to where they actually play it. And then look at this. They look like a freaking genius. Absolute genius. Now, what we have to take into consideration in the moment of this particular trade is, what was Bitcoin doing? What was the rest of the market doing? What was there any kind of news that happened? There's so many different variables that we have to think about, because this could have been the complete opposite way. For example, let's say it ended up finding support right here. And there was Bitcoin, it broke a level and it started gaining support. And now everybody's very bullish on the market and Bitcoin. And then it comes up here. And now what it does is it actually forms a W. Y'all see that? It forms a W now. And then it breaks out of this level. Instead of doing these little baby wicks, now it does this, and then of course it goes up, down, up. You add to the trade. Now I'm positive, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty positive if the instructor would have seen this prior, besides this, they would have taught something like this. And one thing that I have to stress is that you want to be careful with who you watch. Piper Academy Network, great people, very, just the ability to have technical analysis is phenomenal. When you know what happened and you're doing a training lesson, the reason I'm bringing this up, when you yourself use the replay button, do not cheat yourself. Do not say, yeah, definitely, it's going to come down because of this level, because you know it came down. Or if you see that it went up, yeah, definitely, it's going to go up because it's taking out this liquidity. It's a real nice time for it to bounce. Don't do that. Like, what would you do in that moment? For me, because it's coming down, I would say it's going to come down because it's losing its strength. It's losing its momentum. Could I be wrong? 100%. Does it have to come down here? Not at all. You know, it's a nice area of support, nice little zone. Doesn't have to come down here. It can find support here, and if it does, well, then I'm not entering. Even though this is a perfect spot, this is buying the bottom. If I were to enter here, I'd have a really tight stop loss because it could come down here. So that's my point. Even though I kind of went on a tangent, just be careful with who you watch, and also, that's pretty much it. Just don't cheat yourself when you're using this replay button. Don't cheat yourself, because the only person you're lying to is yourself. And on my show today at 12 o'clock, towards the very end, I'm showing you with the replay button. And even though I know it went down, at least I thought it was going to go down. Even though I thought it was going to go down, based off of my teaching and everything, is like, man, I'm going to add to my trade. I mean, it looks good right now. And I think I even said it too on the live stream. I said, I know it's going to come down. Like, we already know all what happened. But based on I would have to enter. Knowing that it's going to come down, I'm going to enter because I would not know in the moment of the actual trade. I entered, and sure enough, it went up like 80%. I was like, oh, I thought this was a down part right here. And it went up. So don't cheat yourself. All right, moving on. Let's see here. Darren Does Things says, no such thing as a perfect entry. Yep. It's all about risk management. Exactly. Man, I couldn't say this. Y'all are a bunch of very smart people. Very, very smart. I love it. Didn't think I'd make it today. I'm studying. Good. And we all need to study. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. I'm always open to learning. I'm always learning. I'm trying to learn new things. And what it does, it just sharpens your skills. And if you have the humble mentality of like, well, I'm successful and I'm right and my trades play out, I don't need to listen to you. And get out of here. Get out of here. I forgot. I got to keep on leaning towards the light, because the further away I go, the darker I get. Go towards the light. Go towards the light. Let's see here. Thank you for the show, Joe. Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you being here, guys. I really do. Thank you so much for smashing the likes. Thank you for all of just everything. Let's see here. Banana Republic 2039 says, can you do some TA on CAS? Let's go. Let's go. USDT. Mexi. Okay, so on this one, we actually did an entry on this one. We set an entry on the 13th, just over, I don't know, 13 days ago, 10 days ago. We did an entry here. This was a higher risk trade. The higher risk trade, I mean, we can all see it. We can all see it. Where it was right here, came down, came up, came down. Looked like a possible starting of a bounce. But granted, it did not cross this level. And we were underneath this trend line. So this was a very, very high risk trade with a very tight stop loss of 3%. 3% is our stop loss, just because we knew the dangers. And sure enough, we got stopped out right away, probably the next day. So let's go ahead and delete all of this. Get out of here, 14 drawings. Let's look at the daily time frame. Let's see what we got going on. We have this beautiful zone. Good Lord, man. That looks a very, very nice. Let's do the zone from, let's say, here to here. This is our zone. And inside this zone, we have a range high, range low, mid range. Let's go ahead and identify that as well. So here we have a range high. Here we have our range low. Let's go ahead and label it from back here. And then here we have a mid range. We got to find kind of in the middle. Can we do there? I'm looking for more touches. More touches, the better. I like this one. And this one is actually like a zone. We can do like a zone. We can do a zone for a zone. How's that? I like it. Okay. So would I enter this trade right now? No. Why? Well, it's not showing a bounce. It's showing just continue down. Now, granted, this right here, beautiful buy zone. Beautiful buy zone. Let's take off our magnet tool. Our buy zone is, I'm not sure how large this is. Make sure I'm not cheating. Going up. What I want to do is I want to go at the candle body closes. Candle body closes, that's where I want to go to. And I mean, we're really right there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, in my opinion. Could we go lower? Sure. It all depends on the mindset you have when you're actually entering the trade. If you want to have a stop loss, how long you want to have this trade? 15%. Okay. So this is what I would do. If this was just a regular spot trade, and again, it really helps knowing, is this a swing trade? Is this a starting of an investment? You plan on holding it for this first segment of the bull run, which is approximately 3, maybe 4 months. Like all this comes into play because that tells you, yes, have a stop loss, or no, don't have a stop loss. But you can only do this type of trading in this first segment. The first segment, and there's another segment too, but I don't want to get too far ahead. Here, would I enter? This right here is our buy zone. I mean, we're right there. Like we can't get any closer. So this is our buy zone. We tapped it once already. Came up. Looks like we're going to tap it again. Let's go to a 4-hour. I need to see more price action because right now it's not looking strong. Not looking strong at all. Okay. So if this is just a regular spot trade, I would have to wait for it to cross this zone. I'd have to wait for it to cross this zone. So what is this zone? This zone with our magnet tool on is between this level. Let's do a different color. That way it's easier to see. This and this. If I was going to do a long, short-term trade, the price action has to go in between this level, break above it, actually have our alert right here. Again, all this is short-term trade. And then the 4-hour candle must close above this top 0.121618. Must close above this. This is to have a short-term trade. 3 days to maybe 5 days. Now, if this is a longer term hold, enter now. Enter now with lower bids. Where would our lower bids be? So I'm actually giving you 2 setups. So that's 15% for your stop loss. The stop loss is in yellow. And if we were doing a longer term investment, 40%. Wow. I was expecting like 30. Okay, we'll do 24, 20 this one. So if this is a longer term investment, you're going to hold it for about 3 months. Nothing wrong with entering now, not financial advice. Then I would do a lower entry around 30% at this number, 0.084277. Hopefully it doesn't go lower than that, but if it does, we can, look at it again. But those are my 2 thought process. One, short-term trade, and the other one, an investment. All right, moving on. And we're at our time, guys. We are at our time. Let's see here. David says, Joe knows. That's why you manage your risk on entry, then manage on trade. Yep, spot on. I identify as smartish. Yeah. Well, Retro Mike, I believe that is your middle name. I believe so. Smartish is your middle name. Let's see here. Trent says, "You rock, Joe. Thanks for the TA." Hey man, I appreciate. I love all of these coins you're giving me. I love, because what we do is every coin has a different thought process when it comes to it. Every single coin, because we may have different variables that are playing out. So the more coins we get, the more thought process we can put in it. And I love doing this, guys. Let's see here. Oh, I can't read this one because it's long. Let's see here. Ricky says, "Dear Leader Satoshi, thank you for..." Yes. I'm so happy for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally revolutionizing everything. And we see it now. It took some time. Who would have thought we would have been here when Bitcoin just came out? Who would have thought? I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, don't forget, smash the like. Put some Migo Bangles in the chat. Put some Migo Bangles in the chat if you enjoyed the show. If you did not enjoy the show, go ahead and put a 2, I guess. Put a 2. All right. I do thank you guys very much. You guys are the best. Until tomorrow, or until later on today, I still haven't done the banner. I need to do that banner again. I don't remember till I'm doing this, because as soon as I stop this, I go back to my group and just research. All right. I do thank you guys very much. We'll see you later on today. Possible. I don't know what day it is, but that's all I got. I do thank you guys so much. We'll see you. As always, let's make this money. Take care. You guys are the best. You guys are the best.
In the land of digital gold, TA with TI Joey bold. Charts light up as we unfold. Trust the signals, watch it grow. Technical analysis with trade intuition. Every move like a seasoned magician. Crypto life, no intermission. Piper Academy, network the mission.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you later on. Take care. Good night. And see you soon.